What's going on, guys? Your boy Fluff here. Yet another Necromancer guide for you guys today. This one might be my favorite TXIII speed setup. It's between this and the Bloodmancer for me. That first Bonemancer, although very powerful, it's a bit clunky and slow. But this one actually rivals it in speed. Without further ado, let's get into the CorpseMancer. So, this set revolves around the Inaria set, just like the Bonemancer does. So I'm not going to just sit here and read them off. The important ones to note here, the 4-piece, which gives you damage reduction. You always want to have that up. And then also the 6-piece, which you get damage from that swirling Bonado around you, 750% weapon damage per second. Plus, you increase the damage they take from the Necromancer by 2750. And again, here guys, note that it says the Necromancer and not Necromancer skills. So that's all damage, which is amazing. Alright, so again, guys, we are using 5-piece Inarius. Why? So we can fit in the Moribund Gauntlets. And what do those do? Your golem sheds a corpse every second. So as you can see, my little guys follow me around, pooping out a corpse every second. That's amazing for this build. We'll get into why. Bracers, we're wearing Nemesis, Invite, Crit Chance, and Armor would be ideal here. And again, just like the Bloodmancer, guys, this build uses the Johnstone. And what the Johnstone does is each corpse consumed in Land of the Dead grants a stack of Macabre. Not Macabre, guys. Don't say Macabre. You're gonna make people mad. Even though it's a lot more fun to say. Grants a stack of Macabre. Macabre knowledge increases the damage of Corpse Lance and Corpse Explosion by up to 200% while outside of Land of the Dead. So again, guys, when you cast Land of the Dead, you can cast Corpse skills free of cost for 10 seconds, which is amazing. And of course, Corpse Explosion is a corpse skill. So when you pop Land of the Dead and spam Corpse Explosion, you can see those stacks of Macabre just building up like crazy. And just so you guys know, you actually don't need a target to build those stacks while you're in Land of the Dead. So you can just sit there and build them up if you need to. Now, Necklace and the Bracers, a lot of people will be like, oh, you want elemental damage? It's debatable because a lot of your damage is coming from a lot of different damage types here. Poison, cold, holy even, lightning. So having a particular element, I'm not sure that that's more beneficial than just running pure intelligence, but I'm sure someone will run the numbers and tell me I'm an asshole. The belt slot, there's a couple decent options here. I'm running String of Ears because it's all I have. I think the Vigilant belt, the belt that gives you cooldown, would be a good choice here as well. It'd be great to fit in the Curse belt to get some damage reduction, but we just don't have room for it on our skill bar, unfortunately. For our ring slots, again, we're wearing Unity. No explanation needed here, guys. Obviously, you get more tankiness because you're a follower. And then we're wearing Ring of the Royal Grandeur. We can also cube this. We just don't have a good Crispin sentence right now. Which, of course, leads us to the cube. Now, I'm going to move my big fat head, because people have been complaining about that, to see what's in the cube. So, again, focusing on our ring slots here, we are using Crispin sentence. And again, that says you deal 100% increased damage against slowed enemies, or triple the bonus against enemies afflicted by any other type of movement impairing effect. And in past videos, I said we don't necessarily care about the secondary effect. I just mean to say that we're not going to focus on trying to proc that because more damage than 100% isn't super necessary. It's always welcome, but it's just not super necessary, so we're not going to focus around it. Then in the armor slot, we're using Grasp of Essence. When an exploded corpse damages at least one enemy, your corpse explosion deals 100% increased damage for 6 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So we're pretty much always going to have this going. 500% damage increase to corpse explosion is amazing. And of course, we're running Ingam, guys, because this is a TXIII setup, and Ingam is amazing. It makes it so we can spam Blood Rush. It makes it so that Command Golem is basically up every pack. And Land of the Dead is basically up almost every other pack. And that's thanks to our CDR, which is only around 40%. For the weapon slot, we are using Relana? I don't even know. I'm not even going to try. Shadow Hook. We're using the Shadow Hook, which says every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5%, and bone spikes generate additional X amount of essence, up to 5, I think. So it's important to note here that 1, you want maximum essence on the secondary of your Shadow Hook. That's very important. 2 is you want to use the passive Overwhelming Essence, which increases your maximum essence by 40. And then last but not least, in your Paragon, you want 50 points into maximum essence. This is going to take you up to a 330, giving you the most possible damage from Shadow Hook. Now, other variations do work. I've had just as much success running Ingyam and wearing a Lidless Wall, something with poison and crit chance and cooldown reduction. If you need more cooldown reduction, this is a great way to get it. 3743 damage number is really hard to ignore, and this isn't even a great one. You get up, over 4K with this thing, which is going to cause our Mirror to hit harder, our Lethal Lightning to hit harder, and make our Corpse Explosion hit harder. The two-hander is the better choice here. So jumping back in the skills here, of course, this build revolves around Corpse Explosion. Why close quarters? It's the biggest damage you can get out of Corpse Explosion. We're using Bone Spikes, Frost Spikes here because twofold. One is that obviously it generates essence and generates more essence because we're using the Relina Shadow Hook. And two, because we are using CorpseMancer, which helps us proc it. Blood Rush Room, we are using Molting here. It's nice to leave a corpse behind so that you can explode it whenever you port. Sometimes you need that just one extra corpse to finish off an elite. Is pretty nice. And when you have Ingam, you can spam it so you can have multiple explosions going on. Land of the Dead really needs no explanation here, but we'll explain it anyways. Basically, A, freezes everything because you're not super tanky in this build, so that's really nice when you have this giant elite pack around you. 2, it procs the CorpseMancer. And 3, it helps us build up those stacks for Macabre, which is what we're all about in this build. Here again, we're using Command Golem, Flesh Golem, because it works great with the Moribund Gauntlets, and also the active effect will make him jump up in the air and plop down 8 corpses, which we can then blow up. Amazing for every elite pack. And then lastly, we're using Bone Armor with Harvest of Anguish. Bone Armor because we have to have that up at all times, guys, remember. And that particular room because we're getting more movement speed juice out of it. For passives, again, we're using Overwhelming Essence, very important. This is a must. Standalone is great. Yes, we have a minion, but we're still going to get 90% armor increase. We're using Commander of the Risen Dead, which makes the Command Skeleton, which we don't care about, and the cooldown Command Golem is reduced by 30%, so that makes this go down by a bit, which is great. Makes it up for every elite pack. And then lastly, we're using Final Service. This is basically an anti-death for the Necromancer, which is really nice because this build, again, guys, is pretty squishy, but it's really fast. And you don't want to lose those stacks of reflection, so this is great. We're not going to talk again too much about stat priority. Cooldown reduction is important. I think you only need up to 40%. Anything more than that is going to be great, but probably not as effective. Area damage is always going to be a great thing, especially with Corpse Explosion. Gems, trapped, come on, duh. We're using Mirror again because it's this hard-hitting, crazy, awesome, holy damage. Amazing. You can't not use Inarius with Mirror. Those two are hand in hand, like peas and carrots. And then we're using Wreath of Lightning. It is juiced up by the Inarius 6 set. Plus, it helps us move faster, which is what TXIII is all about, guys. But that about sums it up. Amazing build, guys. This is probably my favorite. It's between this and the Bloodmancer for me. They both have really great mobility, really unique play style. This one rivals Bonemancer actually for speed in TXIII. The Bonemancer is going to be able to do higher GRs without swapping out items like this would. But it's a lot more fun, a lot less clunky, a lot more mobility. It's by far one of my favorite TXIII setups. But again, we'll leave a rift clear at the end of this video. Nothing special, first attempt. And as always, like, subscribe, come over to Twitch, ask your questions. Peace out. Alright, rift time. Hopefully it's a good one. Always get weird ones. Always. We're trying to... Hey, look at this, the graveyard. Could be good. Go ahead and pop Bone Armor so we can get damage. And then Land of the Dead. Give a whole bunch of stacks of... You know what it's called. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Get stacks, that's what we're going to call it. Alright, find another elite pack here if we can. We should. It is the graveyard. Come on, guys. Put our guy down. Got one little scraggle all the way over there. And that's the one thing about the pet is he actually doesn't... He kind of does his own thing. If you have a ton of density and you need him to be somewhere else, there's really no way to control that other than making him jump in like that. You really got to kill those goblin guys fast. Fast! And pop Land of the Dead. Axe, you know that's going to be good. Another elite pack, put our guy down, plop him down. Plop. Alright. Another pack here. You can see the Command Golem is pretty much up every pack. It's really nice. I'm going to put him down again, actually. Get this huge tanky guy dead. One more should do it. There we go. super high mobs. Still no chance against the corpse explosion. Alright. Another pack here. We're going to go ahead and pap Land of the Dead. Pap. Get up those juicy orbs. Oh, there's still some trash left. Get him? We got him. Go ahead and kill that trash. Hey, look at that. Shielding. Put our guy down. Sometimes the dudes, like the worst guys to fight in Corpse Explosion, are the guys that run away. It's like the literal rush. I'm going to put him down. Didn't really need to there, though. There's plenty of corpses on the ground. Couldn't hurt, though. Oh my god. Shoot these up. Oh, like one little scraggler. He belongs to somebody. I don't know who. Alright. Ooh, another pack. Let's go ahead and pop Land of the Dead again. Fill this trash. Get more stacks of blank. Cab? I don't know. Not as fun to say. Correct way is not as fun to say as my way. Macabre is just fun to say. I'm sorry. Gonna cause some people to rage. Said it. Said it. Let's get these globes going. One thing to note about Blood Rush, if you miss, it can kind of F you over. You like kind of run into a wall twice. That's weird. It's hard to describe. Put that down. Let's pop Land of the Dead. Why not? Why not? This guy's got so much health. I'm getting these guys. Why am I getting the buried dudes? So much health. Worst. I need whites. I'm gonna touch this. Alright. Got our thing. Oh, we need rings. Could be good. Missing bubbles anyway. He's close to spawning. We're just gonna spawn him. Oh shit, we don't have any. We don't have Land of the Dead, but we should be good. Freaky's not gonna be back. Dude, sometimes you have to like kite around him. You get all the. And I lost my guy there too. So, anyways, not perfect, but obviously my gear could be a lot better. Not optimized at all, and just flies through TXIII, and it's so much more fun to play than CorpseMancer. Almost as fun to play, probably equally as fun to play as the CorpseMancer. But anyways, probably the best TXIII setup, guys. We love you. Peace.